Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt, the creator of Airbnb Uncovered.com and Airbnb Superhost. On this channel, I uncover some of the best kept hosting secrets, as well as share with you everything that I've ever learned after hosting over 3,000 guests. Today, I'm going to run through the basic amenities required by Airbnb in your listing. And I'm also going to share with you which ones leave my guests raving. You're on the right channel if you're brand new to hosting and haven't hosted any guests yet, or you're thinking about becoming a host but you haven't started yet, or you have hosted a few guests but you want to accelerate your bookings and revenues. This channel is fully focused on helping new hosts gain the competitive edge they need to earn more and to host the best guests. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're enjoying my content, please give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into amenities. There are certain amenities that Airbnb requires every listing to have, but this list is short. And there are a few commonly overlooked ones that are relatively inexpensive that can really get your listing to stand out and earn you solid 5-star reviews. And I'll uncover those in just a bit. First, the amenities required by Airbnb. Toilet paper, soap for hands and body, 1 towel per guest, 1 pillow per guest, and linens for each guest bed. These are all pretty obvious if you ask me. If you're having a guest stay in your home, I think this list represents the most basic things that you need. I think Airbnb agrees, and they took it a step further when they created the Plus category. Briefly, Plus is a higher standard of listing. To be a Plus listing, a rep from Airbnb actually visits and verifies the listing. The host has to meet a very strict set of standards, and currently it's invite only. You can learn more about Plus on the Airbnb homepage. As one of the first Plus hosts in Canada, and possibly the world, I got to learn the exact amenities that Airbnb considers over and above the basic ones. And according to them, all Plus listings must include butter and oil, salt and pepper, pots and pans, a coffee maker, shampoo, toilet paper, hair dryer, iron, Wi-Fi, TV, heating and air conditioning, and a smoke and carbon monoxide detector. These are in addition to the basic amenities that they outline for every listing. Sidebar here, the items that I just mentioned are the most relevant to today's topic. If I remember correctly, there was well over 100 items on the Plus list. I'm sure that you'll agree that both the basic list and the Plus list, they're still pretty bare bones. I mean, towels, linens, soap, shampoo, you'd want these to be available in a place that you were staying in. So this creates a real opportunity to wow your guests by anticipating their needs and sometimes their forgotten needs. Way back when I first started out, I began thinking about the travels that I'd taken and what I'd forgotten. Not that I'd forgotten to pack that much stuff that often, but it did happen. Once it was toothpaste, I think, another time deodorant, but the worst one was my phone charger. So I started to look around and see if I could grab just some basic amenities or commonly forgotten items. Amazon, the dollar store, and Costco were the answers. Have you forgotten to pack something on a trip? Leave it in the comments below, and perhaps together we can uncover some new must-have amenities. So let me dive into what I now include in all of my listings. And let's start in the bathroom. With carry-on luggage restrictions these days, it can be so annoying to get travel-sized everything. So I provide my guests with loofahs, bathroom spray, shampoo,
body wash, conditioner, baby wipes, a first aid kit, a sewing kit, some mousse for your hair, hairspray, men's and women's deodorant, men's and women's shaving cream, suntan lotion, some makeup remover, hand sanitizer, some bars of soap, some toothbrushes, toothpaste, dental floss, men's and women's razors, and some mouthwash.
And feminine hygiene products. Originally, I got nearly all of this stuff at the dollar store. Now I get them from a hotel supply company online. I'm not sure if you need to go this route or not. It really depends how many guests you get annually. But for me, with the online supply company, I get about a 6-month supply for about $75. The basic idea here is to provide anything a guest could get from a front desk in a hotel and a little more to make their stay that much better. In the bedroom, it's nothing crazy other than a phone charger and an alarm clock. I ordered the chargers on Amazon and I get the ones that have the 3 different tips at the end to accommodate 90% of the cell phones on the market. Pro tip here, order phone chargers in unique colors so guests don't mistake them for their own and accidentally pack them. The 3 connectors also helps to avoid the confusion. In the kitchen, I also take things a bit further than the Airbnb requirements. I offer guests coffee, tea, both regular and herbal, sugar, coffee mate, and some snacks. Most guests are hungry on arrival. I provide veggie chips for the healthy ones, regular chips for a treat, some nuts, a couple breakfast bars, some granola bars, and a couple of chocolates, again for a treat. In the fridge, there's filtered water, a Brita, and some soft drinks. I generally also leave any food that guests have left behind that are not easily contaminated. So things like condiments, salad dressing, uncooked pasta, spices, and unopened individual-sized food items like porridge or granola bars or boxes of cereal. Those are all perfect for a future guest. I grab most of the food items I provide at Costco, particularly the snacks that you just saw. The goal here is to provide some snacks and a light breakfast without having to worry that the food has expired or not. Look, I know it's not the most healthy or delicious, but I do want to provide my guests with a backup plan just in case they didn't have time to pick up anything from the grocery store. Again, it's really just the basics. But these basics have truly wowed my guests. I'd say around 20 to 30% of guests note in their review that they've never seen an Airbnb so well equipped. These reviews go a long way in attracting future guests. Guests like to know that their needs are going to be attended to, and this is a huge part of my success. I cannot stress the importance of meeting guests' needs enough. Of course, some hosts take this a step further, and they offer locally sourced items, so breads, fruits, and other perishable items. And no doubt, this will truly delight your guests. The danger here is setting an expectation that is not always attainable. Perhaps you have time to grab local and fresh items for some of your guests, but not all of them. If your listing carries a review about local and fresh items, and then a subsequent guest arrives to find none, that second guest will probably feel disappointed and undervalued. that disappointment could overshadow all of the other wonderful things that you've done for that guest. You may be wondering about costs for all this, and I can assure you that picking up a few toiletries and snacks will not break the bank. As I mentioned earlier, I can stock my bathroom for about $75, and that's going to last about 6 months. On a per reservation basis, the cost is almost negligible since only a small percentage of guests actually use these items. Most remember to bring them. As for the snacks, if a guest completely cleans me out, it's maybe $5 to $7, but that might happen only a couple times across all of my listings on a yearly basis. Honestly, investing in meeting guest needs is probably the highest return on investment of anything you can do for your listing. That's right, for less than $100 in simple amenities, you will get the greatest return over anything else you will buy for your Airbnb. And that's because your guests will likely write reviews about the wonderful amenities that you're providing for them. And they'll probably rate you 5 stars, which is going to lead to more future reservations and higher profits. Every host is going to approach amenities in their own unique way. And that's what makes Airbnb so special. Every host has the opportunity to create their own experience. The main point here is you want to be prepared for the guest's unexpected. Not only is it a nice thing to do, but it will sure wow your guests. Wowing your guests leads to more 5-star reviews. 5-star reviews lead to more bookings at a higher rate and a chance at superhost status. More bookings and a higher rate is the goal, but we also want to create a community of welcoming and responsible hosts. Let me do a quick summary to wrap things up. Today we went over the Airbnb mandatory requirements for every listing, and Airbnb really just wants the basics: linens, soap, and pillows. Airbnb took things a bit further when they created the Plus program and required that hosts provide basic cooking items and some baseline items like heating and cooling, Wi-Fi, an iron, and a coffee maker. But I hope that we all agree that even the Plus requirements should be the bare minimum. I tried to impress upon you to take this up a few notches and try to anticipate your guests' needs. I think that you should have some basic toiletries, some food and drink, and a phone charger. I showed you what my guests were saying about these items in my listing, and hopefully I've convinced you that some simple amenities is one of the best expenditures that you can make. If you're on board with me, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any upcoming videos. All 3 of these actions go a long way in helping the channel grow within the YouTube algorithm and also to allow us to reach more new hosts. As always, if you have a specific question, I'm happy to help. Please leave it in the comments below, and chances are I've either encountered your issue or I've done some research on it already. So I'm very happy to help. Thanks again for watching, and until next week, bye for now.